Yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday morning. All right, Rassie Erasmus has blessed us with the team that's going to take on the All Blacks this weekend in Wellington. Releasing it on a Monday. All right, reverting back to the norm. Not really, because it still holds that shock value because Tuesday is our day, right? That's when we were confident. That's when we could put out the team, and we don't care whether how much research you do because you can't stop what you're going to bring. You can't stop our mauls. You can't stop our scrums, right? Well, clearly the other teams can now, so it's kind of giving panic mode. It's kind of giving, let's just get it out the way. We need to focus. I don't know. There's just a lot of back and forth now, and a lot of things are not gonna. They're not giving confidence anymore. Is all I'm trying to say. So maybe we'll get a bit of information as to why the team is released on a Monday again, and why it's not an advantage to release it on a Thursday. But yeah, I won't ask any more questions. We'll hear Rassie will answer a lot. So let's jump into the video. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Guys over here. We're going to take a couple of essay questions for 15 minutes and then close over to you guys. Mike Greenaway, you can fire away.
Evening, Rassie. Evening, Malcolm. Rassie, just looking at your squad there, quite a few changes in the backline. How much of your changes are down to the need for fresh legs, and how much is a reaction to performance?
Yeah, good morning on that side and evening for the people on this side.
And I would like to say that the question that Brother here is asking, all right, the question is valid because Rassie knew about these changes literally straight after the game. After uploading all the reserves that came off the bench, which, as I had assumed, they are all in the starting lineup now. We want to know, Rassie, why are the changes made? What is the purpose?
Firstly, I think it would have been paradise if we won last weekend and we still could have made the changes, which was the plan. Not a lot of players get the opportunity to play in New Zealand, and after this game, we probably only have the year of the World Cup where we're playing them away here. So the plan was to try and win, and then also give some guys the pressure of playing against one of the top team currently in the world. So maybe not so many we would have made, but definitely we would have made changes. So it's not so much fresh legs as making sure we get some guys under the pressure of playing a team like that. Hopefully.
Okay, fair. But what does that mean though still? So he's saying that there could have been more changes that were made should we have won last week. All right. But seemingly these changes are made for the pressure to play the All Blacks. Now I kind of think that's saying quite a bit with regards to these players specifically and with regards to the World Cup 2027. Now, I'm not going to jump that far, all right, but it does give us an idea of who are the guys that are really seen as the guys who will be going to the 2027 World Cup. Because, like he's saying, there's more changes that could be made. I mean, Mapimpi's with the squad again, all right, so is that it? Do we look at Damien at 12? Do we look at Sasha at 10, Fassi at fullback? All these changes that were made, especially in that backline, do we look at that and be like, okay, this is the new gen? Is that it? Again, what are the other changes that could have been done? That's also interesting.
Learn from that for the next 3 years until the World Cup.
Thanks. Thanks, Rassie, Malcolm. Rassie, just a follow on from there. I know you're looking into ahead and giving these guys game time, but is there some players that perhaps disappointed you so much that they forced your hand?
Rassie's not going to fall for it, guys. Straight after the game, Rassie did not fall for it. He's not going to fall for it now. These guys, so that question is a headline question. All right, that question there is for brother there to go back to work, or if he's not at work already, and say, Ville Leroux cut out of the team because of last week's performance. I don't think you're going to get that from Rassie. Let's hear how political Rassie is going to be with this answer here.
Some players that perhaps disappointed you so much that they forced your hand without giving any specifics.
Okay, no
I think
specifics.
it's a very loaded question. So if I say yes, then he's probably going to ask who. No, I think we all know there was a lot of guys that didn't play well, and there's a lot of coaches who didn't coach well last week, including myself. So I think I have to look at the positives that the game ended. It almost felt like the World Cup, that island pool match where we clawed ourselves back into the game, and then we didn't score at the end. And to answer your question there, I thought the guys that came on brought a lot of energy, brought a lot of fight, which after 15 minutes, we were 14-0 down, and then they only scored another 10 points, which is irrelevant. We lost the game, and that's the bottom line. But I do think the energy that the guys who came on maybe changed my mind, and to think, let's get some energetic guys onto the field who's never played here before. I think we're still two in the world. So, we win this game, we're back in the rugby championship mix and still all right in world rankings. So it's a bit of both. Obviously some players, like some coaches, some of us, disappointed. But I don't think it was through a lack of trying, though.
See, told you. Same answer he gave on Saturday. But I think it is wise to note the energetic, because if you just do, reverse psychology, you can then say, well, maybe the guy that was there was not energetic. So maybe Pollard was not energetic. Maybe Grant was not energetic. Damien Dialender, Jesse Kriel, were they all not energetic? Read what you will, bro, from that statement there. Come, you're wasting time. Ask your question, mate. Come on.
Thank you very much, Zina. Good day, Rassie and Malcolm. Rassie, quite a youthful backline. Must be pleasing to call back Jasper, and I'm sure he's ready to pull in a good performance.
Sorry, we couldn't hear the name, man. Sorry, calling back?
I'm pretty sure it's pleasing to call back Jasper Witzer back in the lineup, and I'm pretty sure he's keen to put in a good performance.
Sorry, I thought you said the backline. Yes, no. Oh, look, Jasper's son has been training he's not professional player, he's professional trainer. For the last 8 weeks, he's just been training, so we're very happy to have him back. And I know everybody talked about the 8th-man crisis. I really thought when, Sia did a great job in the first game until he injured his knee. And I thought Sia did really well last weekend. And Kwagga does well when he comes on. Now having Jasper back is obviously a massive plus. I think we probably won't go the full 80, but it's great to have him back into the mix. He's always been one of our standout players, and a big test match we'll need him.
Is that my name, Zina? Good morning, gentlemen. Sorry, Zina, sometimes we can't hear when you call out the names. Good morning. Rassie, kan ek jou vra? Ek wil net refer dat eerstens goeienaand daar by julle. Refer to jou wees. Jy het Saterdag aangestel.
Look, guys, I will try. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to listen to the Afrikaans questions. I'm going to try to figure out what the question is. But brother here, man, speaks on fast forward. Percy is just. So I'm going to try my best to sort of get a grasp of the question and the answer. And
Sê daar gaan 'n paar veranderings wees. Jy het vandag dit wel aangedui vandag openbaar gemaak. Kan ek jou vra, hoe verwag jy Percy Young as 'n joernalis moet hierdie heelwat veranderings interpreteer? Sê jy vir my die spelers wat in die eerste toets gespeel het was nie goed genoeg nie, of sê jy wil die nuwe stel spelers in 'n drukkoker plaas sodat hulle ook weet hoe voel dit om onder druk te speel teen Nieu-Seeland weg van Hessa?
Percy Young as verslaggewer, dink ek wat ek net gesê het in Engels, en ek weet my Engels is so great nie. Die eerste ding was, het het my baie gevoel soos die Ierland toets in die World Cup pool waar ons regtig goed teruggeveg het, en ek dink op die einde van die game, jy weet.
I think it's because that he already said it in English, but his English is not great. So I'm guessing it's alluding to the two different teams that were being picked, and now I don't know, but I'm not gonna hear this answer.
Yes, I Rassie en Malcolm. Net om aan te sluit by Percy, Rassie, ek weet nou weerstoestande. Verwag julle weerstoestande om bietjie beter te wees as op in Auckland, waar julle dalk bietjie 'n meer open game, soos die mense maar noem, Tony ball speel, en kan 'n mens sê is bietjie 'n high risk high reward approach waar julle ook kyk om daai bonuspunt te jag?
Ons het die weer nog heeltemal verkeerd gehad. Ek weet nie wat Charles die weervoorspellings kry nie, maar die vorige week het hulle gesê het gaan heel week reën, toe is die heel week droog, en toe sê hulle het gaan droog wees in die game, en toe reën het in die game, en hulle het gesê het gaan vandag reën,
So I'm guessing the question was about looking at the team. Are we going to be more expensive with our game plan with the team that was being selected? And then he's sort of talking about how even today it was meant to rain and it didn't. So it's sort of going on with them misinterpreting the weather forecasts for the past week. And also further proving that they probably got it wrong today if the game was today, because they thought it was going to rain today. So, okay, it's a weather question.
Hy meen Willem se kom van die Kaap af, as dit nat is, die hele wat sê nou Ethan kom van Durban af waar die hele tyd sweterig en natterig is. Fassie kom van Durban af en so ja, ek dink dit gaan nat wees Saterdag, maar
So if you're a Bulls player, it's chai for you. Is it not nut there in Pretoria? Because he's kind of alluding to the coastal players, the guys from Stormers, guys from Durban are used to wet conditions. So if you're at Bulls, dry, Okay. Am I reading too much into it?
Ja, ek dink dit gaan nat wees Saterdag, maar ons moet shots fire om te try hierdie wedstryd te wen en vir hulle nie 'n bonuspunt eers te gee nie, wat ons weet is omtrent een van die moeilikste take daar, maar ek sal nie sê higher is higher reward nie. Ek dink al hierdie spelers wat hierso speel, wat Saterdag speel, dink ons is goed genoeg. Ons sou altyd kansse gevat het hierso, wen of verloor laaste naweek. Ons het dalk nou 'n bietjie meer gevat, omdat ons nou alles moet insit om terug in die rugby kampioenskap te gewen. So ek sal nie sê higher is higher reward nie. Ek sal net sê hierdie ouens verdien om 'n goeie kans teen hulle te kry.
Okay.
Dankie, Rassie.
So we're not risking by selecting these young guys. They're good enough.
Thanks, Russ. I just wanted to ask you in terms of the evolution of the Springbok team, if you could compare and contrast it to 2 years out from the 2023 World Cup. Do you see any similarities and differences? Obviously, peaking for the World Cup is the main goal, I'm sure.
Firstly, winning every match is quite important for us. Or trying to win or attempt or plan to win every match is the most important thing. Now, I think after this weekend, we're going to be eight games into the season. I don't know if I'm 100% right, but it looks like we're still number 2 in the world rankings-wise. If I'm correct, I think we're 0.7 or something. I don't know if World Rugby has updated or not. I've just checked. So it looks like we're still number 2 in the world. So, if we get through this game and we win the game, we will either be number 1 or 2 in the world, I guess. And then it's after 8 games, and then we're halfway through the season. So, the big goal is to build squad depth. And as I said last week, that is introducing youngsters, sometimes with some senior players, introducing the youngsters at different venues, introducing youngsters at other opposition who's really good, number 1 in the world, and their home field, under pressure, with crowd pressure, and then slowly seeing how they develop. A guy like Fassie, this is the next stage for him developing. A guy like Sasha has played against New Zealand last year, but that was at home. Damian Willemse coming back, hasn't played at 12 for a while, getting him back into the mix. So it's try to balance it whilst winning, because I know the only thing that makes us all happy is winning. But there's a bit of eye on the future without forgetting the present.
Hello, Rassie. Hello, Malcolm. Rassie, I hope I don't get you in trouble with this question, but
let's go, bro. I like questions that bring trouble. Come. Let's get messy. Whatever your name is, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I like that intro.
Rassie, I hope I don't get you in trouble with this question, but firstly, I want to make a statement. I think this is why the Springboks lost. I think you lost because you didn't take your opportunities and made some crucial mistakes. But it just seemed in the last 5 minutes like the referee was almost afraid to punish New Zealand a little bit. He didn't want to be responsible to end this magical win streak. It's almost like he was
on the referee, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, bro? He's already been expelled for talking about the referee. He said all the calls after the game on Saturday. He said he felt like the referee. There was no illegal things happening in the breakdown. Lomax was not still rolling away when Audi went for the turnover. That didn't happen. Why are you going back to that, bro?
It's like he didn't want to be responsible to end this magical win streak. It's almost like he withdrew from the game a little bit. So I guess my question is, did you make a nice video to send back to Joel, a little review video? And is it a bit concerning, when the pressure just gets to the guys a little bit?
He asked, did he make a video? No, he didn't make a video, bro. Stop it. Rassie doesn't make videos. He doesn't even know where record is. He doesn't even know how to start a video recording. He does not know cameras. He knows rugby. Stop it, bro. What are you doing? Look at the advert. The advert also doesn't want to hear this answer, bro. What are you asking?
Concerning, when the pressure just gets to the guys a little bit.
Since been protocols in place since 2022, we are really comfortable with how we can send stuff in how it's been handled. And since there's protocols, we can accept that referees are human and might sometimes get to them. We just, with Jaco Paper here and Felix Jones, we follow the protocols now. Since there is protocols or are the protocols in place, which wasn't in place in 2021. I'm sure New Zealand will.
So is he here telling us that that's another innovation that is brought into the game? He put out, so you're trying to tell me since that video, they've then put protocols in place, like send the video to him, he'll send it to her, and then we'll get it. So there's like a pathway. Another thing that Rassie put in World Rugby, the innovation never stops, isn't it? Good or worse, bro. Innovation.
Have some questions, and we'll have some questions, and we send that in, and we're really satisfied with the answers we get back, and then we either adapt what we can do with the answers we get from World Rugby, from Joel and his team, Phil Davies, and so on. And then we adapt and we change team selection sometimes because there's a protocol in place. And again, we just followed that protocol in this game. And of course, there's pressure on referees, non-biased, which just sometimes the occasion gets to them. But I'm not saying that was the case on Saturday. I think there was mistakes both sides. I hope that's a politically correct answer.
Can bro have a follow-up question and ask how many things, how the protocol used after the game on Saturday? Did you use the protocol at all? I think that would be the question going forward. Huh? You guys are taking too long between the questions, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Rassie.
No problem.
No follow-up, bro.
Did you say Craig's, Sorry.
Craig.
Yeah, hi, morning, guys, or evening. Malcolm, maybe for you, just Rassie's had his...
Please ask Malcolm whether should he be getting the line-out calls maybe just before he goes and stands on the side of the earth, and then realizing that he actually doesn't know the call. Ask Malcolm was there anything practiced, or is there anything that will be practiced this week so that he knows the call even before that ball crosses the outline. Like before, as the ball is going, he should know the call. Please sort it out.
Maybe jump in too, but it seems outside the lineouts have been struggling a little bit. Can you give us your take on that situation? It seems like gaps aren't maintained, and that's not on you, that's on the officials, as one of the problems looking from the outside in. But can you shed any more light why it feels like the Springbok lineout isn't pairing as well as it has been in the past?
Thank you.
I think I've also got to take some form of responsibility for it. I've got to get the ball in right, make sure I'm hitting it in the right areas where it's called. It's also down to good contesting at the same time. I think the All Blacks prepped really, really well, especially on our four-man. And you got to give credit where credit is due. But for me, I think I need to make a personal step up in making sure that I'm a bit more accurate.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Thank you, bro. Hey, Mo was like, hey, I'll improve. All right, I'm going to throw 5 more extra this week. I need to be more accurate. But also, remember we're playing an opposition that only got the team on Thursday. So although they didn't have enough time, they managed to get our form. Now, obviously, that's guys, please be able to decipher between banter and me being serious. But I think, that was a very answer from Malcolm, taking responsibility, making sure that you understand that there's opposition who are also good. All right. You still haven't told us, though, when you should get the call. Because when you didn't throw, you said, I don't know the call. So when is the call made? But yeah, there it is. That is the press conference, guys. I do sort of think that Rassie Erasmus was the strategy in the team being released today, I think is also behind getting us to talk about something new very quickly in the week. I don't think the rugby pundits, there's certain podcasts that I haven't released yet that I usually watch about the games over the weekend. I don't think we are going to then forget quickly about the game over the weekend. We're still going to talk about it. We're still going to talk about how good certain New Zealand players were, unlike how bad they were when they lose. So, but I do think what's going on here is Rassie sort of trying to get the ball rolling a bit quickly. Let's not dwell too much over whether Vili was being weird, trying to jump over a player. Let's not dwell over Malcolm not throwing the ball in the line-out. All right, let's not dwell on those things. Here's the team. Let's talk about this team. Look at the backline. Hey, fresh. Hey. So, till the next video, guys. We out.